So close to finishing my breakfast before we were all set up. One of these days I will go live and not be finishing my breakfast on a Sunday. I also ran out of time to do any sort of skin thingy, so I'm very red and patchy at the moment. But hey, we're back. I think I'm actually full. I think I'll leave the last bit of that. Kia ora, everybody. Welcome in. I see Beatty and I see Sammy. We're back. I actually made it back. Shakara. So, plan for today. If you did not see what was going on, we are going to be working a bit more on the Lion Queen. There was a debate between if I would do Lion Queen or some original art. I'm still waiting on some information for the original art, so Lion Queen it is. So we're going to work on this for a couple of hours. It is currently 10 at 1:30ish. I will be ending stream so that I can have a little bit of a break. I may pull it closer to 1. We'll see how we go. Somewhere in that 1 to 2 bracket. Because at 2 p.m. I've got somewhere else that I need to jump into. But I also need a little bit of a break as well. Because at 6 p.m. New Zealand time, which is in 8 hours, I will be live again on Twitch. With the wonderful This Is Ruby OK. And if my Twitch mods would be so kind as to shout out Ruby, that would be appreciated. Hey Steffi! So yes, I will be going live at 6 p.m. tonight, where Ruby and I will be racing to date a random Stardew villager. We're going to spin a wheel, figure out live who we're going to race, and then we're each going to be streaming, we're each going to be on our own farm, but we're going to race to see who can date said villager the quickest. And I'm going to win because I have the egg hunt hat. It's meant to be. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun with it. I mean, it's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of chill fun, but also we will destroy Ruby. But also it's fun. It should be fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So it should be an interesting challenge because Ruby is a lot more of a gamer. She plays like Hades and a couple other games that are quite you need specific skill key hits and stuff like that. And we play Stardew together. That is our chill down time. We've started playing Stardew on a little chill farm. She's really good at the mines. I suck at the mines. No, the Egg Festival does nothing for romance, so I will not. Some characters do like eggs though, so it depends on the character, and this is why we're also drawing it live, because I have a lot of weird knowledge about the game, like if you choose the cat, it's 3 seconds faster than choosing the dog, and then if you say no to the cat, it saves you another 3 seconds. I watch a lot of speed runs. I also have a lot of weird inherent knowledge, how I can say what the stat boosts are for birthday gifts and different quality gifts. So if you give a loved gift, it's 60 points, but then it's a 1.2 or 1.5 or 1.8 multiplier. Then you go on the birthday, it's another 8 times multiplier then too. There's a lot of weird knowledge I have about the game that helps in terms of routing a speed run, but I don't have the execution skills. So this is what it is. It's going to be knowledge versus execution in a way. Yeah. So basically, we're going live at 6, and we will be starting to race at 6:30. We've got that first half hour where we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to spend 15 minutes to do our prep, and then we'll come back and we will race. So I think it's going to be a really fun night. So yeah, if you want to come back for that at 6 p.m. New Zealand time in about 8 hours. I've also never dated a villager in Stardew. So, another thing to consider as well. I don't have to. I just never came up. Sorry, my nose has just decided to immediately start running. Let me just mute you for a second. Ugh, allergies. But yes, we're not quite on to that today. That is later on tonight. For now, we are doing some colouring. Hey, Boston girl, welcome back. So I hope everyone is doing well out there. And open up my new fancy smancy pencil holder, which you too can also own. Fancy smancy pencil holder. You just have to suffer the fact that you also have a tray of Ferrero Rochers. It's so difficult. Right, so we were working on the hair last time, and we're going to carry on and see if we can try and get this hair finished today. I've still got to go back and finish some of the trees. The trees are not quite done, especially up here. But I don't know, I'm just in hair mood. So we're just going to work on this hair. So how are you all doing today? Anyone got exciting plans for the day or things that they're up to? Oh, I also forgot to mention, so the Stardew race tonight, Ruby and I are actually playing for stakes. So the loser has to pull out MS Paint and draw character art of the Stardew Valley character and the dateable person. And the preference there is it's going to be bad fan art. I know, it just seemed like silly stakes. I'm very excited for it. I think it's just going to be really fun, really silly, and just a really good time. Oh, my nose. Why have you started to run right now, the moment I go live? I'm having coffee before I head out to Bunnings to buy supply to reseal my fish tank. It decided to spring a leak last night. Oh noes. I would not even know where to begin, but ish. I've always wanted fishies. I did consider having fishes up here because, like, I'm not meant to have pets, but also, like, a fish tank's not particularly messy. Like, but then also I get a lot of direct sunlight, and I didn't think it was wise for fishies to be in direct sunlight. Because I know, like, for a lot of fish, it's very temperature sensitive. So it's like, if you're getting direct sunlight, that water's going to heat by a couple degrees. And it might only be a couple degrees, but that can be too much for some fish. So, yeah, fish are more decorative, right? They're not pets, they're decorations. So totally, please look after your fish. I've always wanted to have jellyfish. I have no idea how you keep them. I have no idea what tank they need. I have no idea how to look after them. I just freaking love jellyfish. They are some of my favourite sea creatures. There's something so peaceful in watching them float. They don't mind. It just means more cleaning. Tropical fish would love it. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I suppose if I got a slightly warmer one. Not that I'm in a position to afford fish in a fish tank and supplies right now anyway. This is something I was contemplating when I worked full time. But yeah, just because of the fact that, like, it gets so hot up here with direct sun, I was like, I don't think that's good. I woke up 12 minutes ago, plans for the day are hard. Valid. I woke up at 9 and realised that my Sunday D&D game started today and I totally forgot. It's been on hiatus over the Christmas break. And I might have forgotten it was back on today entirely. And I was like, whoops, sorry. The more sun means more algae, which means more water changes. Ah, okay. Oh, God, my nose. Why is it, like, legit? It was fine until the moment I pressed go live. And even going live, it was the moment I switched on the mic. Alright, stop running. I follow a woman on the internet who cares for jellyfish. The tanks are U-shaped. She's about to need info. Ooh, okay. Might have to... Yeah, again, I've never looked into it because I'm also aware... So we've talked about it before, how I would love to get, like, a dog or a cat. I'd probably lean more towards a cat. I'm definitely more of a cat person. No judgment to dog people. No judgment at all. I just grew up with cats and I'm a lot more comfortable with cats. And also, I possibly am allergic to dogs, we discovered. Just mildly, but yeah. The only dog I've been around is one of those Bichon freezers that, like, doesn't irritate. Yeah. But with my health, I know it's not fair to the animal. Like, there are days I can barely look after myself, and if I'm also responsible for a pet, like, they still need food, they still need to be looked after, and that's not fair. So no matter, like, what, if I was to get a pet, I would also need to know there was a way to look after them when I can't look after myself. So, oh, hey, bye! The game's still at 7 a.m. at the moment. I'm discovering how difficult it is to colour with only one eye. Oh my goodness. Trying to do one eye colouring with depth perception. Oh, BD, I feel for you. Good luck. Good luck. Nev picks up Nomi to send her over. I'll take Nomi. I did joke with Mum about moving back into hers, and then how it would work with how, like, if I moved back in with her, then I get the cat fulfillment because she has Shadow, and then she has 2 strays that also are around the house, so it's essentially like I'd instantly get 3 cats. But then she also gets to not be, like, the sole Shadow patter who, like, demands all the pets, and she's allergic to cats, like, hugely allergic. I was like, it would be fine. We'll slowly train him to actually live more in my place to give you a break. But yeah, it is something that I would love to be in a place where I could have, like, a little kitty. But again, it would need to be a situation where if something happens, there's something in place for, like, feeding or stuff like that. Despite my allergies, Nox doesn't trigger mine, but Nomi's made my house off limits to me. Yeah. It's also, like, I don't know if this is a factor, but I know for Mum, because she's also allergic to grass and other factors, so, like, if Shadow's been outside and playing in the grass, then the allergies are worse. So the little stray she calls Piggly Wiggly, triggers her allergies way more because he still lives outside. He's like slowly getting tamed and is a lot more tamed than feral, but because he mostly lives outside, like Mum's hugely allergic to him because of the cat fur, but also the grass. So look, I'm just dealing with seasonal allergies, and this is enough. This is because I stepped outside for 20 minutes to go to the farmer's market to buy a donut. And now my body's like, you went outside. We don't like you. I need to empty that. Oh gosh, excuse me. It's not a good sign. Sleepy. So what we're trying to do here is just build up the tones of dark brown in this section of the hair, keeping in mind that it does get a bit lighter as it goes out to the edges because of that backlit glow. Oh my gosh, seriously, more corner noises? It was a good thing I did not stream yesterday because, oh my gosh. So it's been a festival here in my town called Americana, which is this big American car festival, as you might have guessed by the name. It's pretty, like, it is cool. I do understand the appeal of it, because they shut off, like, several blocks of the main streets, and then they bring in all, like, a bunch of people with classic American muscle cars and all sorts of, like, cool cars that are, like, American-made cars, line all the way up and down the streets, and so you can just wander up and down. They have live bands and food trucks and all sorts of stuff, and hot dogs everywhere, and then like people dress up in rockabilly clothes. Sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. And you know, it's especially for the car heads, like, huge festival, but it brings a lot of tourism into the region. And it is cool. I do understand it. I'm not a huge car person. I do like shopping the rockabilly clothes and looking at all the clothes, because rockabilly dresses are gorgeous and usually very comfortable and flattering to wear. But the noise. The noise yesterday being here, because the live band was where those windows are, basically down there. Just across from them was like little model racing car things. Like, they actually take petrol, but they're not like tiny models. They're about yay big. They have actual motors, and they were racing around circuits and stuff like that. And then just a little bit further from that, they also had a rock climbing wall set up, and like a big massive bouncy castle system. So there was a lot of kids over that section. And then of course on the other side, which is the main street, which was closed off and had all the people wandering around and just noise and people everywhere. And I had to pop out and do legit errands. So it was like, cool. I did buy an ice cream. But yeah, just a lot. There's a lot on, and it's several blocks that they close off. Like, they close off literally the whole block around me, and then one block one way and 2 blocks the other way are all closed off. And so you can just wander right along in the middle of the road because they're all parked up, nobody's moving, and just check out all these cars. And some of them, like, I know there's usually like an old ambulance that comes. It's pretty cool. I remember the ambulance. I don't know the thing about cars, so I can't tell you anything about the cars themselves, except they're loud. Sorry, I need to blow my nose again. Yeah, so a lot of noise. And on the night before, so that was Saturday, on Friday night they do a event. Like, it's a massive event. It starts on Wednesday and they go around a lot of the outskirt regions. So for example, on Friday they go out to Odakura and Opunaki out the coast, and they do this big route around the mountain, and then they come back down a main street, and the route is known. So what will happen on Friday night is people will, like, host parties if they're on the route, and you'll just see deck chairs and people having barbecues on the street, and these just parades of cars. It is the worst night to get stuck in traffic in, because you're, like, in a queue of 400 plus American muscle cars. But they do things like, because these cars might not be full, they reach out to rest homes and retirement villages and assisted living homes and stuff like that, and they pick up people. And so, like, it's a big day for the rest homes because a lot of them will go in these cars for, like, trips around the mountain and cars from their childhood. So it's a big highlight for a lot of the rest homes in that sense. And then as they, you know, go back around and they'll drop them off, and then they come into town. And so where I am, again, I'm in the centre of town. So the restaurants all around here throw open all the doors, all their windows, move tables out onto the street and onto the footpath. And then these cars circle a certain number of blocks, which again are closed off. And they're just revving their engines and honking their horns. And it's just like showing off how the cars work. Because, of course, on Saturday they're parked. So Friday night is them revving. And they will throw their sirens and horns. And it's a lot. It's a lot living here. So it's been a very noisy weekend here, full of car revs. Again, I understand why it's popular. I understand why people enjoy it. I am also very grateful that it's over. But yeah, like I said, I do like the rockabilly clothes. And I did actually look at the clothes. I did not buy any clothes because the cheapest dress I found that was my size that I liked was like $220, and I was like, no thank you. But they're very cool. If you're not sure about rockabilly, I would suggest looking up Hal Bunny. I've got a few Hal Bunny dresses. They're really cute. But it's like the like flared 50s style skirts and 50s style, but they usually have a couple other motifs and stuff like that. So usually like a bit of, I don't even know how to describe it, like rocker, like maybe leather jackets or stuff like that, or I don't know, I particularly like the dresses just because they're usually really comfy to wear as well, because they like flare out at the hips, so there's nothing tight down there, and it comes in just under your bust, which is like my smallest part, so it's like really flattering as well. It's a really flattering style on me, so I really like it. Do, do, do. It takes so long. Alright, now we can start blending into the yellow a bit. Oh, Jesus knows. I'm going to need another box of tissues at this rate. Allergies do be fun. Now, another thing that I woke up to this morning, I had not noticed it, but I got a message from an Instagram friend, Colouring Bumblebee, who I usually do a bunch of buddy colours with, and they had shared a post with me because Colouring Heaven actually shared some of my colouring again. I mean, they don't tag people, they just, like, they put, because you post it in their Facebook group, so they just take your Facebook name, so it goes up as Amy, but it doesn't tag me as Amy Ward Art. So, yeah, so I had no idea, and I got this message, and I was like, oh, thank you for letting me be aware. So that was cool. So I was like a little like, oh, yay, thank you, when it's shared. Yeah, it was the Forest Nymph page, the Chris Ortega one. Oh, excuse me. That's not a good sign, how much I'm yawning already. Today is not a day we get a nap. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm pretty chuffed about it. Hair takes so long, and the worst part is we still have one more section of hair entirely, because we haven't done the tail, which I should have really done at the same time. Oh well. It's getting there. Like, it's starting to build up the tones. I know my hair techniques are not the fastest, but I just like doing hair this way. It works for me. So yeah, I've got Stardew on the mind because of tonight. Does anyone else play Stardew or has dabbled in Stardew? I know Sammy owns the board game and plays the board game. You do? Do you have a favourite villager to marry? Again, I haven't technically married anyone in this game. We did talk about, because we're just racing to date, we're not racing to marriage. So we don't have to worry about the house upgrade, which helps. And we did talk about Krobus as well, because Krobus can become a roommate. So we did talk about also potentially including Krobus, but that means we also have to complete the community centre, the museum, and donate 60 items to even get the sewer key. And it was like, that just adds on a whole extra challenge on top of that. So we were like, okay, yeah, we're not going to also throw in Krobus to the mix. You usually go for Alex or Shane. Ooh, see, now Shane is an easy one to root for me in terms of a race. Like, Shane is easy rewards because I know he loves hot peppers and I know he loves beer. So that's pretty, like, that's easy stuff to grab to get favourite loved gifts. Alex is a lot more difficult. I feel like he's one of the ones that's really difficult. I'm really hoping we don't draw Emily because Emily's gifts are relatively easy. She loves gems. We just hit the mines. The problem is that I suck at the mines. So, yeah. Yeah, Shane's definitely one of the... Shane and Hayley are, like, easy speed runs because they both have early loved gifts. I've also seen... Penny is like a early marriage speed run as well. But that was more based on days rather than specific speed. Like I've seen got her married on day 14 route for Penny. But whereas we're going to be like focusing on speed. So it doesn't matter how many years in game it is as long as my overall time is quick. Yeah, I feel confident with Shane. I feel like Maru, I could also root pretty easily. I know Sebastian would be really difficult. So Sebastian's going to be a challenge. Harvey, I think, would be good as well because he loves pickles. So as long as you can get onto pickle grind or you do coffee. Abigail obviously is amethyst, so that wouldn't be ideal. Again, Emily is gems, so I would rather not have one that does gems. Elliot, oh god, what does Elliot love that isn't? I know Squid Ink's one, but god no. I can't remember what Alex's other loved gifts are. And see, when it gets to that stage, it's like, well, maybe I have to consider a light gift, but see if I can get like a gold quality light gift. Pomegranate, that's right. I knew there was one fruit, and it's one of the difficult fruits as well. Not difficult per se, but like later on fruits. Yeah. I was thinking orange, but I'm like, no, Gus is orange. Gus loves oranges. But yeah, I have a save file that I've been playing a lot lately. But I play it with cheats. Because at the end of the day, it's just my chill out time. It's my keep my brain busy time. And so that file I fully have mods on and I fully cheat on. And I don't care because it's not about trying to play the game properly or win or anything like that. It's just about relaxing and having fun and taking away the stress of the mind for me makes the game so much more fun. like, I love fishing in the game, so, but I hate the mines. So by taking away being able to be hurt in the mines, suddenly the game became a hell of a lot more fun for me. Yeah, I have it on my Switch as well, which is how I used to stream it, because we did stream a farm for a while. And that was actually the furthest I'd ever gotten in a farm with our little stream farm. In fact, I still have the little note of what we were doing for our little stream farm. And I keep meaning to come back to it, but I've also started playing it on the computer a bit more, because I wanted to learn and try some of the mods. So I was like, you know what, let's just try it on computer, because I also have it on computer. It's definitely, like, I prefer fishing on the Switch because I prefer fishing with a controller. Mouse clicking fishing is very difficult. I feel like it's more comfortable on the Switch than the laptop, but it is fun with mods. And then I eventually want to get like the Stardew Expanded and Ridgeside and just play like a mega modded game. Because there's so much additional content with the mods too, which is just incredible. But of course we have 1.6 coming out soon as well, so there may be a whole new, there's a whole new festival coming out for a start. Seasonal clothing, I think some new items. I think I'm going to wait for the update to start a PC farm. I can use my controller too. You absolutely can, because I also have a PC controller. The issue is that my controller, the buttons are different than my Switch. So I get even more confused using this controller. So I have it plugged in, although I'm trying to teach myself to fish with a mouse. But for a while there, I would play it on the keyboard, and then when I went fishing, I would pull this up and use this for fishing. But yeah, I've done like a bunch of stuff to get ready for tonight. Like, oh, where's my window capture? Like this, when I turn it on. It's a wheel with all the characters you can date. It wasn't hard to do. This is nothing. This is just the wheel of names. But you can also set up wheel of names to have pictures. So it's like, that's fun. Let's do that. So yeah, because otherwise we could like pre-spin or have a character pre-chosen. And if we did that, then like we have longer to plan and practice a route, which... like, I have a little bit more free time, so it gives me a lot more of an advantage. But also, I just thought it would be more fun, because then I won't, like, min-max a run, and I have 15 minutes to, like, plan out a run. Whether or not I can actually execute a run is a different story. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really fun challenge, and it's something different to stream. It's also because I will be... also, we had a lot of technical fun trying to figure out how I could be on a phone call and stream, because for those that don't know, Discord is a nightmare when I stream, so I do not have Discord open, but I can have WhatsApp open. So we got WhatsApp sorted, and so it's basically because I will have to have WhatsApp open, the game open, and be streaming. I can't also do YouTube. Like, it's just too much. I might just be able to, but also I want to try and keep the YouTube content contained to art. So even though we're talking about Stardew entirely today, because that's what's on the mind, keeping that content like focused on. I mean, I could technically turn the VOD off and stuff anyway, and just not have the VOD publish and stuff, but I'd rather keep that platform just dedicated to the art, and then if I do game streams, we just do them on Twitch. But yeah, I did think about, because Sunday's kind of become a regular art stream day now. And it used to be that Sunday was Sunday Fun Day. But I know, like sometimes I do really long art streams and I'm in the mood, but then sometimes I just don't on Sundays. And it's like, I could always stop and have a break and then come back and game. Or I could maybe look at another night, and I was like, maybe I could consider Saturday night, but then so many of my friends also stream on Saturday night, and I always say, like, if you're going to stream, just find the time that works for you and don't worry about who's live, because, you know, but there's like 4 or 5 people on Saturday nights who stream that I enjoy watching, and I usually am at, so it's like, not only am I going to miss all those streams, but then again, because it is Friday night for a lot of people too, on Saturday night. But also, I find that the way I've been playing games is actually collabing with people. So it's like, maybe I leave it as like a, not regular, but every once in a while try and find a way to dual stream games. And work with people on games and stuff like that, and just be like, Saturday night is game night if I have a game that I'm streaming with someone else. And now that I've worked out a way that I will hopefully be able to be on phone call with people while streaming, I can open up a lot more of these collab opportunities and reach out to all my cool streamer friends and be like, hey, want to play this on Saturday? I have that problem switching from PC to Switch and Sandrock. Yeah. I've been thinking about trying Sandrock. It looks really good. I also recently, I'm not buying any more games because when I was ill, I did buy Dreamlight Valley, which I need to go back to. I played it for a couple of days solid and then I paused it, but I'm really enjoying it. So, you love Sandrock? Okay. A floating stream. Exactly. It's just like a, you know, Saturday night's actually technically a free night for me. I just watch streams. So it's like, if I have a collab opportunity, it is a good night because it's a lot of people's regular stream nights, or it's a night that they might stream frequently too. A lot of the people. So, yeah, it's like, and then it takes away from the Sunday, like the regular Sunday stream, which has now kind of become an art stream. Although that is still technically classified as Sunday Fun Day, so I can still do other things on the day. I mean, at the end of the day, I am the streamer. We stream what I want to stream. If I, like, have a complete change of heart and be like, you know, today we're streaming cooking. You love Sandrock? Good to know. I have to run to the show. Looking forward to all the fun collabs coming soon. Oh, goodbye. Thank you so much for being here and have fun at the show. I might need to blow my nose again. I'm just excited about the fact that I may have a way to collab stream. Unfortunately, doesn't use the stream together feature or like things like that. But it's a way to bring people in and be on phone call with people and stuff like that. So that I'm excited about. Because that's always been one of the biggest hindrances to collab streaming with somebody else, is the fact that I literally couldn't be on a Discord call, because most people use Discord for this sort of thing. But I cannot open up Discord while I'm streaming. So it was like, what else can I do? And then it's like, now that I know WhatsApp works, it's like, hey, if you'd be prepared to switch to WhatsApp, gives me an option. Yeah, exactly. Stream together is so much. Okay, really running. Go, go, go. I do like the fact that Stream Together sends out the notice that you're live on someone else's channel, which I think is, like, I wish there was a way to say, hey, we're streaming together, but we're not using that software, but hey, still ping all their, like, if I was to jump on someone else's channel as a phone call, be like, hey, I'm a guest star on this channel, send out a notice. But yeah, no, I can't host Stream Together at all. I can join in on a Stream Together if someone else is hosting. And it also, like, again, I'm talking as if it's going to work tonight because I'm positive it's going to work. Positivity, right? But it also opens up bringing people in for art streams as well, even to just chat while I work or something, you know. Some days it's hard to, you know, have ideas of things to talk about, so it's like you can just I'm completely off screen, bring people in and be like, just want to be a chatter on stream and just chatting while I work, just that company and extra talkies, or bringing them in and they can colour along while I colour and we can talk techniques and stuff like that. It just opens up a lot of possibilities, and that's something I'm really excited about. Mouse, where'd I put the mouse? There is the mouse. Ugh. Never ever stepping outside again. I will step outside again. You can feel I'm like itchy and runny nose. It's hay fever. I might have to find my hay fever medication, to be perfectly honest. Pretty confident I know where it is. We are heading towards our first break, so it'll be a perfect opportunity to go and source some meds if need be. just realised that light is really bright and putting shine reflect on there. I like it. I like it. Again, we've still got one more section of hair because we've got the end of the tail. Just going to turn this brightness of this down so we don't get as much shine reflect, but still get a bit of light. Cool. So as I said, we are just about to head to an ad break. We're technically 5 minutes away, but I actually need to go to the bathroom. So we're just going to take our break slightly early so I can do some self-care. So take this opportunity to check in with yourself. Do you need to hydrate? Do you need to take meds? Do you need to go and get some food? Have you eaten today? Do you need a snack? Do you need meds? Do you got washing in the machine? You know, make sure you move. That's one of the big things. Move every hour. It's very easy to lose track of time when you're just watching streams. So yes, I'm going to put you on the break screen and take this opportunity to run to the bathroom while this 3-minute break happens. And I'll see you all in a moment. Right, much better. And we got hay fever medication. And then I realised that I also have some other pills that I need to take, so oh, excuse me. Right. Brain vitamins. Ugh. I think after all these years of taking pills, I'd be better at doing it. Alright. Bed's done. Hopefully that doesn't wobble things too much and we can keep the fan going without causing too much background sound. Let me know if the fan is causing things to like vibrate or hum. Alright, let's carry on. So we're up to the tail now. Oh, okay, I need to take care of that email later on. So is there any other, because I've been in a real video game mood lately, which happens, you know, I go for a phase where it's like, yeah, let's play video games, and then I'm like, yeah, and then I stop playing for a while. It happens, I know me, I go through phases. And so we're in the video game phase at the moment, and I really enjoy, like, cozy, sweet video games, and I'm just wondering, like, y'all got any recommendations for video games? Not that I need anything new, but I could be swayed. I ended up last night, Sammy, Vi and I were just hanging out in Vi's Discord, and then we ended up playing another game of Talisman, because you can actually set up Talisman to have like a quickfire game, so we just did a 20 round game. I completely lost this time. I got, my very first card was the Poltergeist, which forces you to only move one square at a time, and I was just screwed after that. And I kept on, like, missing turns, and in a 20 round game, like, missing a turn is pretty crappy, so I was like, yeah, I'm losing. I think I want to get a few more, like, online board games. Those are really fun if you've got people to play with. But it's hard when you've got to also have, like, everyone needs a copy of the game. Like, I have Talisman because Vi very kindly had some extra codes because she brought a deal which gave you 6 codes. So she gave me a code so that I could play it on her birthday stream. And it's been really fun to actually play that as well because it's got an AI version so you can play against a computer. So I've actually played it quite a bit. Cozy Grove. Now, I feel like that one's on my wish list because I've seen a couple of people play it and I was like, that looks really cute. G and V. Yes, it is what I thought it is. The Spirit Scout one where you're guiding spirits to their rest. Yeah, I feel like Andromeda recommended that one. And I feel like Ruby's also played that one or recommended that one. Oh, it's also on Switch as well. It looks super cute. It's so chill. Oh, that sounds perfect. I might have to look at that one later on then. I also am keeping an eye out for Raft to go on special, because I've watched people play through that and it looks like a really fun game, but also the multiplayer version looks really fun. That was another one with Ruby where a while ago we were talking about actually playing that one together. So Spiritfarer. It can be very emotional. Okay. A try not to cry challenge, as Sammy calls them. Yeah, I think I would probably do Cozy Grove over Spiritfarer. I love that, like, cozy games have become a, like, actual category now. There's one coming out. It's on my Steam wishlist. I wonder if I can open Steam without crashing stream. We might go laggy for a second as this opens. It's not doing too bad, but it's not quite open yet. Here it goes. Just trying to open. There we go. I hate how many ads pop up. It's still trying to load Steam. That's not doing too badly on my CPU. We haven't dropped frames, so I'm counting that as a win. There's the advertisement, which I don't care about. Store wish list. It's thinking. There we go. East Shade is one that was recommended to me from Vi. That looks really good. Lake was another one. I feel like there's which one? Maybe I didn't actually save it to my list. It's like a pixel witch game. Oh, there it is. Little Witch in the Woods, I think, is the one that I was looking at as well. I think it's still technically on early access at the moment. But yeah, Little Witch in the Woods looks really cute as well. Littlewood, yeah. I saw Ruby play through that one as well. Cassie! Hello! Hello! We're actually talking video games. But thank you. I am very pleased with how she's coming together. Now we're starting to get some hair in there. Still got to finish the background, but we kind of just skipped ahead because I was like bored of trees. How you going, hun? We're discussing cozy video games at the moment. because I've got Stardew on the mind because of what's happening for tonight's stream. One called Bandle just came out, but I haven't played it yet. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one. What's that one about? It looks cute though. Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Distractions. I love distractions. Alright. B-A-N-D-L-E. Bandletale, a League of Legends story. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute. A crafting RPG. Use your knitting magic in Backpack House. You have knitting magic? Do you like legit knit stuff? Because that would be amazing. I just woke up from a nice sleep in. How are you? I'm not doing too bad today, actually. Pretty excited for tonight. And tonight's stream. Oh my god. Okay, that is going onto my wish list because that looks gorgeous. It is. Also coming up is similar to Stardew. Where's my wish list button? Where's my wish list button? Add to your wish list. It's on Switch too. Oh, okay. Oh gosh, that looks super cute. That looks right up my alley of what I'm looking for at the moment too. Yeah, so tonight, I'm going to be streaming until just before 2 and then take a break while I jump into another obligation that I've got. And then I'm coming back at 6 PM tonight, New Zealand time. And myself and This Is Ruby OK, who's another streamer on here, and just pop in occasionally. She's in Discord too. Ruby is gorgeous. Adore her. We're going to race to date a Stardew NPC. A Stardew villager. I don't know why I keep saying NPC. They're villagers. We all know this. But, yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. So, and I have, you know I'm going to win because I have the egg hunt hat. So, you know, I have my straw hat. I'm ready to go. You got a new work roster, so now I get Mondays off as well and only walk 4 days a week. Heck yes, Cassie. That's amazing. Yeah, speed dating. So I think it's going to be really fun. I've never speed run anything before, but I feel confident speed running Stardew because I have, like, I watch so many speed runners. I do know quite a few speed tricks. Even though I'm not, like, the most technical gamer, whereas Ruby's have got a lot more, like, specific, like, can hit the keyboard keys correctly, is good at the mines. I suck at the mines without cheats. I think it's going to be fun because of, like, how we're probably going to route things differently. So, yeah, it's just going to be fun. It's just for fun. I mean, we're going to be aiming to destroy Ruby, but we're going to have fun, even if we lose. And yeah, the loser has to pull up MS Paint and draw bad fan art of the character. So yeah, just a bit of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I really hope it does come together and all the tech works, because if the tech doesn't work, I'm going to be so sad. I think it should though. Thank you again, Sammy, for helping me with that. See, now there's two issues with that, because finding diamonds is difficult, because you have to get past level 40 in the mines, because they don't spawn until after level 40, which for me, the mines is difficult. You can only give 2 gifts a week, and there are characters who don't actually love diamonds. So, depending on the character, like, some people don't actually love diamonds. They are a universal love with the exception of a couple of characters. So, depending what character we get will depend on what route we take. Yeah. So, the option in that case would actually, for me, to go fishing and hope for treasure chests. But that would depend if I could find like a fish taco to bump up my fishing level and my luck for the day. Because if you fish see, this is my weird meta knowledge of the game. Because fishing has depths. There's 1, 2, 3, and 5. There's no level 4 in terms of fishing depths. And at level 5, you can get rubies, emeralds, and diamonds will spawn at any level, but they're more common in level 5. So you wanna try and fish for that depth and try and get treasure chests. But that involves your luck for the day and your fishing skill. So for a speed run, and then that relies a lot more on RNG, but I'm a lot better at fishing than I am at the mines. So yeah, I played with friends and someone else did the mines. Yeah, so when Ruby and I play on our little chill farm, Ruby quite often does the mines and I do the fishing. Like the days it's raining, I'm like, right, I'm off to get catfish, and then I go and get catfish for us. So it made us like 30 grand in a day just catfishing, because I'm level 10 fishing and I was getting iridium catfish. So like I can pull my weight with the catfish, but like mines, no. Honest to God, my own personal farm that I've been playing on, I play with cheats and I do 1-hit kills and don't take damage, and that's the only way the mines are fun to me. And I still struggle in the mines because I just don't enjoy the mine side, which is a shame because you need so much mining in order to play the game. Yeah, but you know, I'm like, well, if I want to just play for me, I'm just playing with cheats. So yeah, but tonight, no cheats, no nothing. We're playing absolute vanilla. We're not even like, I'm not even animation cancelling, which is something I've been trying to learn as well. None of that sort of stuff. We're playing absolute basic vanilla. We're playing on the basic farm as well. Certain farm types would make certain routes easier for certain characters, but just to keep it fair and even, we're just playing on the standard farm. And I can't like pre-route anything because we're drawing the character live. So we're going to have 15 minutes. Like we're starting at 6, which should give enough time to like get in, get chatting, draw who we're going to race, 15 minutes for planning, and then at 6:30 we start racing. That's the sort of goal. That's the sort of plan we have. So yeah, I'm excited to see. And we did, even though Robus is a Robus, I was mixing up Krobus and roommate. Even though Krobus is a roommate, but you can still like date Krobus in a way. It's not date, you're actually inviting him to be your roommate. You know, we just chose to exclude Krobus because that involves getting the 60 items to the community centre, so that adds on a whole new challenge. So just for ease there, we chose to remove Krobus from the options. Yay! Yay! Yeah, so you'll be able to watch, if the tech works, which is what this is the one thing that might stump me, is if tech doesn't work. But the idea is we're going to be on a WhatsApp call, so we'll be able to bring each other into our streams in terms of talking and talk to each other, but we won't have each other's streams up. So you can either have both of our streams up. You could also use multi-Twitch, which I think is the link I put in the Discord for the event. Is I have my channel as the main one, but then I've put a multi-Twitch link so you can bring both of our streams up and have us up side by side if you want to like see how we're both doing. And then you just choose which volume you want. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope it works because I think it's just going to be so fun. I'm very grateful that Ruby agreed to do this because when I realised, I was like, hang on, this is just going to be so fun. And so I messaged her and I was like, hey, you want to take our chill, cozy, we're both stressed and want to relax game and turn it into something stressful? And yeah, it's also, if all the tech works, then I can look at other things, because I would love to be able to play some more games with more people. Take Sammy through Stardew and get her into Stardew. Plus other games in general. I wish my computer could handle streaming The Sims at the same time. The Sims takes so much processing power for my computer. Basically, my test is, can I record something on OBS while I'm doing something? Because that's usually a good indication. Like, if the recording is laggy, it's no way in heck it's going to stream, so... But yeah, I've been looking a lot at like multiplayer games as well, because I've realised that in order to play a lot of video games, I'm more inclined to play if I'm playing with someone else. Like, it's just way more fun with someone else than just playing on your own. So that's kind of what I've been looking at, is what multiplayer games are available. I also have Jackbox, so in theory I could also do like a Jackbox night. I don't have all the packs. I got a pack that got like a TKO, Whiplash. It's got like some of the best ones in there. Made the realization as well, I do enjoy playing solo games. I do game nights with friends every Friday. Yeah, I think it's like, this is something I was discussing earlier with a friend too. Like, despite the fact that we are more connected in this world on a, like, it's easier to connect with people, we also don't have as many ways to connect with people. Like, it used to be, you know, because you didn't have the internet, you went to the pub on Friday nights and there would be like social groups and like craft nights, or, you know, there'll be these things that you could go to, and it's like, I don't have anyone or know anyone, but hey, here's these things to kind of go and meet people. And now, like, we have these things online, like Twitch. I've met so many people through Twitch, but it's not the same as going and meeting someone locally and hanging out with them. Like, you can't just, like, it's very hard to find things to do, like social meetup groups, I'm finding. And it's an interesting concept that we're both more connected and less connected at the same time. Alright, I think that tail's pretty much come together. That came together pretty quickly. There's not too many colours in the tail section though. I might even make it just a little darker, just to help define it a bit more from this section. Okay. So, now what are we going to do? So I know that her skin is going to be the similar tans as the lion, which is a bit light. We do need to work a bit more into the lion as well. So we've got her skin to do, and then we also have her outfit, which I know there's definitely going to be some gold elements on there, but also some green. Maybe we'll do the skin first. We'll work out the skin, and then luckily, again, we wrote down colours, so it's so hard to make friends. All my friends live on the other side of the world. Yeah, I legit don't really have anywhere locally to go. Yeah, pretty much online. Alright, 179. Ooh, what is 179? I feel like maybe Bistro, which I can't even see the colour of. 179, yes, but we have a tiny nub to keep using up first. 271 is warm grey 1. Nope, warm grey 2 maybe. Well, we have warm grey 1 out, that'll do. 184, something on the yellow side, I'm guessing this one. Yes, dark Naples ochre. 182, I believe, is this one. Nope, you're 187. 182. 182. 175 is dark sepia. And then 187. Then 273. That is another warm grey. I think that's like warm grey 4. Which we'll pull out if we need to. Actually, we will need to. We'll need a shadow colour. Gosh, where is my pencil case? That is a really good question, Amy. Found it. Right, 274 will be this one. Right, we'll use the pen as the divider. I'm telling you, putting it in this tray, so much easier. So much easier. And I got to eat for shares. Love that. I was going to put on bread today. I did not. Should get up and get some coffee. Yes, coffee is good. Kind of debating making an actual coffee too. Like, I've got energy drink, but I kind of want the bitterness of a coffee. Right. So, let's start working this out. Now, she has some tattoos. I will figure out the tattoos later on, I think. So, we'll just colour over that. We also have glow. So, definitely around here is glowy. And then we have a little gap in the fabric here, so that would be skin. We have the hands. I'm just kind of using this to help me guide out where the skin is. There wouldn't be too much glow on the shoulders because the hair's kind of actually blocking all of it. But this inner arm is... You come down there and you strap across there, so you are skin. That little section in there I feel like should be skin. And then we have part of the hand, and then it goes into armature. And then we also have the legs. Now we were also thinking about doing the legs with sheer fabric, which if we do that, I need to actually sketch out where the legs sit, because we're going to need to have that knowledge if we do them sheer. I could also do them patterned. I probably have some like green washi that could work as a patterned fabric as well. Basically all that will happen is we'll sketch in where the legs sit, and then we shade in those colours just very lightly, and then we work our normal clothes colour on top, but it will pick up on the skin tone where the skin is. But that's enough to start anyway. So let's start with some shadows. So backlit, so everything's got an edge. Alright, well, cleavage. A little bit to there, and then that would skip to a lighter edge, and then we'd have shadows again here. So I'm just kind of gently blocking in shadows right now. We will darken and shade more in a bit, but for now what we really want to do is just make sure we've got everything shadowed out so we know where to sort of start. Cheekbones, a little bit along the bottom, a little bit under the nose, behind there. Okay, most of that would be in glow. Right, around this choker device. Collarbones, which would be up, and we want to fade that out because that'll be getting a bit of light. Oh shit, that gave me a fright. Oh, my alerts are very loud because I forgot I turned up the virtual cable. Woo, so sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for the YouTube subscription. I just got one heck of a fright then. Oh, jump scare. Alright, virtual cable is turned right down now. Actually, I think it's... Oh, sorry about that. I forgot because Sammy was helping me set up the bot yesterday. And so I ended up turning up the virtual cable while I was playing with stuff. And I changed everything back because the bot's not fully set up. But I forgot that I had turned that up. Whew. Wake now. And that's a really painful place to get a tattoo, so this lady be extra strong. Alright, so a little bit of shadowing under here, muscle shadowing into here. So yeah, we'll still have a little bit of blah 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 shading to do for the shadows, but it's just going to help me work out to sort of just pre-block in some shadows just to help figure out the next step. Because we've got a very strong light source, so you want more tattoos? For a long time I did want a tattoo, I just couldn't decide on what tattoo design I wanted. And I think that's just the big thing for me. It's like it's permanent and I just can't settle on a design. So, but I could see it being an addictive pathway to go down because they are very cool. Really not too much shadowing there because most of the shadowing's in the clothes. Right. Tummy. We need a sharper pencil for this section. Oi. Hit my hand. I love shading abs. Sorry, I know my hand's kind of blocking it. This pencil's probably a little on the short side. I might actually grab an extender. You have 7 tattoos? Oh my goodness. Are you comfortable enough to share what they are, Flareheart? Also, welcome in, because I would love to hear, but if you are not, that is also quite alright, because I know some tattoos have very personal meaning. I did think about actually learning to do tattoos, because I thought that would be quite cool to learn how to do tattoos. Two paw prints for my late kitties. 3 dragons, 1 phoenix, and 1 dragon and phoenix combo. Oh, that's so cool. I like, I think it's like a watercolor technique where like it doesn't have those harsh black outlines of tattoos, and they have like a background that looks like a watercolor splash. When I saw those, that was the first time I went, oh my god, I would love a tattoo. And that's the sort of, like, if I was to get one, I know it would be involving that watercolor background because they're so pretty. Because for a while there I was thinking like koi fish or jellyfish or something water based would be quite cool as well. Do I have money for a tattoo? No. Still would be cool. Also, how are you going today, Flareheart? It's wonderful to see you again. Oh, I already feel like those antihistamines are kicking in so much. I feel already immediately less itchy and my nose is less runny. Oh, I should have taken those ages ago. That's okay. You took him now. That's the main thing. The paw prints are on my right forearm. 2 of my dragons are on my calves. One is fire, the other is eyes. 1 baby amethyst dragon on my right upper arm. The phoenix is huge. Covers my entire left upper arm. The dragon phoenix combo has them fighting on my mid back. Damn, that's so cool. I love how many fantasy creatures you have. Plus the nod to your kitties as well. I'm doing very well. I'm feeling productive today, so I'm getting some sewing projects done that I've been procrastinating for a while. I love that. So proud of you. Get that work done. When you get one of those moods to work, you gotta strike while the iron is hot and get that job done. Oh my goodness, we have a raid. Miss Oh my gosh, I struggled with this last time too. Chiropractor. Hello, Raiders. Hello. Hello, Noxious TGS. Freshly baked and specially delivered. Oh, yes. We can go in that, right? That Remus. Words. Wow. We're doing wow with words today. Hello, Raiders. How are we going today? How was your stream? Miss Cow is fine? Oh, thank you. Let's watch my brain also struggle with that. Thank you so much for joining in. How are we going today? And how was stream? What were you up to? It is a very cute time over on Miss Chiropractor's channel. So if you are not already following, please do. It is bakery themed. It is like we've been talking about baked goods and bread for multiple streams here. So, you know, it's a bakery. You gotta go and visit the bakery. Yeah, we're good. We just did some comm work, then played some Grounded with Nox. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, if you need to raid and run, of course, please feel free to. I know at the end of stream, you're usually ending because you're done and you need a break and you need to do some self-care. So if you need to, you know, take a break and recover from stream, please feel free to. But also feel free to hang around and lurk. And for any viewers that haven't met me before, kia ora, my name's Amy. I am a colourist based in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We are working on a colouring page. This is a page by Jash Lee, so he drew the lines, but I am doing the colouring. And yeah, the page is going wonderfully. We've still got a little bit of work in the background to go, but I got sick of doing trees, so we just skipped ahead to her. I just finished off her hair, and now we're starting on her skin, so we're matching the lion down here for her skin tone, and then we're going to start figuring out these clothes. Also, Cassie, I saw you're back with coffee. Welcome back. Good choice. I definitely think I'm going to make a coffee on the ad break. I know. I just really feel like a good dark bit of coffee. I need food so bad, but I'll be looking a bit and be back. Oh, good. Get those foods. Food is so important. I just finished my breakfast. I still technically have like 2 bites of my bread left. I didn't make bread today. I did buy chia butter. So it's gorgeous though. But then I also have a donut, and I think because I'm like, I could have a bite of donut, but the donut's going to be very sweet, and I think I also want that bitter note. And something about a coffee and donuts, hot black coffee and a donut, just, it's the perfect combo. You want a donut now? Well, I could really make you want a donut, because it's not my stream if I'm making people want to buy food. I'm sorry and you're welcome. Yeah, it's kind of become a Sunday tradition to go and buy a donut now. From the farmer's market next door to me. I mean, I did have to pop down and grab a tomato as well. Like, it's very handy to have the farmer's market next door, because I can look at my fridge and go, oh dang, I'm out of lettuce. Wait, it's Sunday, farmer's market! And so I'll just run down there and get a farmer's market, like veg or fruit or something. So today I brought a single tomato. And I was like, we're already here. Yeah, why not? No, I'm not making bread today. I did cheat and also buy some chia butter. I just wasn't in the mood to prep all the stuff for bread and then get the bread on and then have to get up and put all the mixins in, because I can't just make a plain loaf. So I did just buy a chia butter, but I will make some bread once that one's all used up anyway. But yes, I did get, because with the elevator situation, I did get like a lot of groceries delivered. And because I'm already paying delivery, I'm like, screw it, I'm going all out. So I brought like multiple weeks of groceries by pulling some bill money early, which now I'm paying those bill monies with what I would normally do in a weekly shop, and just buying some fresh fruit and veg to top up the stock. Because it's like, if I'm going to pay for delivery, I'm going to get everything heavy delivered. So I got like 5 kgs of normal flour. I got a couple of kgs of wholemeal flour. I got olives and sun-dried tomatoes and more jalapenos and like bunches of big packs of toilet papers, like all the big bulky heavy things that are awful for me to go and pick up normally. So I buy like small quantities and buy it each week, which isn't as economical but is way easier on my walking frame. So yeah, so I have a lot of stuff for bread making at the moment, because I want to try a olive sun-dried tomato loaf as well. I think that would be quite lovely, although I'm gonna have to really look at the oil in that one, but I think that would be nice, like olives and tomatoes and herbs, and make like a good savory loaf. You made a jalapeno cheese and herb loaf this week? Yes, I love it. I had to get more jalapenos. I got several jars of jalapenos because I can make so much jalapeno cheese bread now. And then I got like brown sugar and cinnamon and nutmeg and more sultanas and some like nuts to mix in to make like a herby fruit loaf. Spicy fruit loaf. Oh my god, wrong words. Yeah, so I got quite a bit of groceries delivered, but it made sense with the fact that I was getting them delivered to get all those heavy items delivered in bulk. So I haven't needed to actually do like proper groceries this week, because instead that money went to the bills. Because normally how I operate is week to week, and I will pay the bills that week, and then the leftover is groceries. However, there's a 2-week period where I don't have bills, so in that fortnight, that extra money is used for like a hair dye or something. So when I say once per month, that's my fortnight of I buy something. So like it was going to be hair dye this month, and instead I was like, no, let's pull that money plus the bill money, let's get a massive grocery delivery, and then I won't need to buy groceries apart from fresh fruit and veg for a couple of weeks and get all the heavy stuff since I was getting the deliveries. It made sense in my brain anyway. Because yeah, when you're on a walking frame, my groceries are limited to what I can carry on my walking frame. So yeah, I felt so bad for the grocery delivery person, but also it's part of it. Plus, it all comes up on a trolley, so it was fine. And by the time the groceries got delivered, it was just after they had fixed the elevator, so you could take the trolley up in the elevator as well. But yeah, it was a big delivery. it definitely does. It definitely makes it easier. And it's way more cheaper. Like, it's way cheaper for me to pick up the 5 kg bags of flour, but try to carry back 5 kg bags of flour. Yeah, and like toilet paper as well. Like, trying to buy that in bulk, because like, it's not like it expires, so when it's on special, I like to buy the really big packs and it lasts me ages, but that takes up a lot of room on my trolley. I gotta get more bread flour. I almost used all 5 kgs. Oh damn. Yeah. It does get used up pretty quickly though. It doesn't take long to use up a bunch of flour, particularly if you're making a lot of bread and baking goods. I've still got to make a loaf for my mum as well, which is also partially why I got wholemeal, because I know she prefers wholemeal. So I want to make some more. I want to try making some wholemeal loaves too. And she's kind of like me in that she doesn't like bits in her bread, so I kind of want to make her like a sweet, spicy loaf, but then not put any sultanas or anything in, so it's just a spicy sweet loaf. Yeah. Sandwich! Hello! Love all the yellow? Yeah. There's going to be a bit more of it. We've still got a bit more work on the tree, so they will become a little bit less yellow and more like goldy brown, but I just got sick of doing the trees, so we're moving on to the skin. How are you going, hon? It's good to see you. So yeah, for all our new friends that have just joined us as well, who may not be aware of the plan for today, so we will be streaming until about 1:30ish, and then I've got to pop out to another obligation. But then I am coming back at 6 p.m. tonight to stream, and I will be streaming with the wonderful Ruby. This is Ruby OK. And we are going to be doing a Stardew race, where we're going to be racing to date a Stardew villager. We're going to draw it live, and we're just going to race each other to see who can date the villager first. So I think it's going to be super, super fun. You know I'm going to win because I have the egg hunt hat. I've already got my straw hat ready to go, so you know I've won the egg hunt. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. So yeah, that will happen at 6 p.m. There is an event in the Discord if you need local time conversion. I do love how Discord converts events to local time, and I don't have to do time math. Time math be the worst. I speedrun marrying multiple people for funsies, so I'm excited. Oh, see, I have never married a villager. I have never dated a villager. I've also never speedrun. And Ruby plays a lot more games than me. However, I watch a lot of speedrunners. I have a lot of Stardew knowledge. So I still feel confident in winning. The loser also has to pull up MS Paint and draw mouse fan art of the winner. So there are stakes involved. Like, I don't want to draw bad art, and it specifically has to be bad art. Start a new craft project this week. I'm attempting to make a crochet dinosaur. Yes. Oh, so many cute dino patterns out there. I have a crochet dino that I made. It's a rainbow triceratops. My niece and nephew love it when they come here. Oi. Actually, I might have moved it to the room with the other plushies. But it's it's called an African flower pattern, and it's got like hexagon shapes that you join up. But it's big enough, it's about this big, that when my niece was like 2 and 3, she would pull it out and she would pretend to ride the dino. If you get Harvey, have fun in investing in coffee, like from Gus's place. See, I did think about coffee, but then Harvey also loves pickles. So it might be easier to go the pickle route. The Kmart kit instructions are not great, but empowering for it. Oh, okay. If you're getting stuck on a section, because I know how those kits work and the instructions are terrible, technically in my Discord, I have a help section as well. I haven't even used this section in ages. There's a help section in Granny Craft. If you get a bit stuck, I used to, when I worked in Spotlight, because Spotlight would put out patterns and they never pattern tested, so they were always faulty. So I have a technique of looking at a pattern and figuring out where the issues are and then correcting them. So if you get really stuck, flick me a message or chuck it into the Discord, and just ping me and be like, Amy, please, and I'll look at the pattern and I'll figure it out for you, because I did that. That was one of the reasons why people used to come to me in Spotlight. Even though I was moved to the furnishings department, people would come to me with crochet because they'd be like, I'm doing the Spotlight pattern. I'll be like, yep, I've already worked out the issue. Here's the actual pattern that you want. Because it was such a common issue every time I worked there. But yeah, if you prefer as well, I do have there are a couple of free dino patterns that I've used a couple of times that are really good as well. But the kits are handy because it all comes together. I made the head, but I'm not sure if my tension is dodgy or it's a pattern or what. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look exactly like the image. It can also depend on the stuffing as well, because how a piece is stuffed actually affects the shape. So one of the things with crochet that a lot of people don't do is like you'll just go and put your stuffing into there. You should actually fluff up your stuffing first, so like actually like really pull it apart and fluff it up and then shove it in there, because it compresses down more evenly and actually fills the space out better. So if you're finding that the shaping of it's not quite right, if you're able to actually pull out the stuffing, fluff it up and then re-put it in there, you may find that the shaping helps. You shoved it in? Yeah, so that can lead to uneven stuffing, which can affect the shaping sometimes. I mean, it's entirely possible it is also the kit, because a lot of kits are really terrible. But that is one technique that can help a little bit as well. It could also just be more stuffing, less stuffing. Yeah. Fluffing stuffing was such a big change. Fluffing your stuffing. I'm fluffing and stuffing right now. Don't talk to me. Should not ask you. No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't crochet as much as I used to, so it's understandable that you don't associate crochet with me as well. Like, I used to do it a lot. I used to stream it a lot. But I can't crochet like I used to anymore with my hands. So I do want to do some more crochet streams, because I have a few crochet projects I want to finish off. Like my work in progress pile hasn't been touched in so long. I just really need to sort through all my crochet stuff too. Tell you what, Sammy, you know you've been talking about doing like a buddy stream of just like clean my room with me. I think I need to do that too. Like, I'll move my chair. You may be able to see the start of the cardboard pile. Ugh. Yeah. I used to do a lot of crochet. I used to do a lot of custom crochet of people would just send me through character designs and then I would turn them into plushies. That was a big part of how I earned my income for a long time. Was doing custom plushies and stuff like that. So, and pattern making, and like, if my hands had held out, I probably could be a full-time crochet artist. I am not interested in being a full-time crochet artist. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it to make money from. But I think that's the same with anything, like any hobby. I just enjoy making stuff, and it's a very cool nod when I bump into people who used to buy my stuff from markets. They're like, oh my god, I have one of your dolls from 5 years ago. It's still going strong because I used to make sure things were very stable as well. So I built up a reputation for quality crochet items. Yeah. Cleaning stream, yeah. Alright, we are about to head into an ad break. I can't snooze it because I missed it. But yes, we are about to take our break. Remember to stretch, hydrate, take your meds, grab a snack. I'm going to get this coffee started and then we can keep talking. Crochet, pattern making, you say? Yeah, it's not too hard when you figure out how to break down shapes. It's just breaking down a character into shapes. I can pull up some of the custom stuff I gotta do. You gotta make food? Make foods. Have you seen the Woobles online? Ooh, I have not, but let me have a look. I'm gonna get the jug on, get this coffee going, and I'll find my crochet folder and we'll start talking stuff. Oi. Okay, we're just waiting for the jug to boil. And can't see if you're there, but if you're making food, that's understandable. So some of these that come up, I recognize what the pattern is. It is not an original pattern. I have seen this pattern around. Like that, I've seen that pattern around. Like, I have legit made this pattern before. So, yeah. Disney Queen, hello. Thank you for the follow. And no, not on the Woobles website, on Ravelry. Give me 2 seconds, the jug is boiled. I'll make my coffee and then I'll pull up the link for you. Don't drop the coffee, don't drop the coffee, don't drop the coffee. Don't drop the coffee, don't trip over. Whew. Dangerous game, that. Coffee! No, these patterns are like years old. You know, like, I've been crocheting for over 10 years, and I'm sure it was like one of the first things I crocheted was one of those dinos. I'm also disabled and use a walker. Hello, welcome in. Gotta love our wheels. Gotta love our wheels. Yeah, it may not be like 1,000,000% correct, but it's definitely in the same family. Why am I looking at my favorites? I want to look at. Why don't I pull you guys up? Why don't you come on a journey with me? Sorry, we're getting absolutely distracted earlier. Also, Disney Queen, hello, welcome in. So I am a colorist, as you can see. I work in adult coloring pages, which is one of the things I do to help with my disability. I started to help retrain my hands after a fall to help learn pencils. But I also used to crochet a lot. And right now we're talking crochet, so I'm just pulling up some stuff. The question is, let's just take you to the Stardew scene for tonight, because that'll capture my window. Ignore the stuff at the bottom, because we'll just remove those for the moment. Right, let's see if the dino's here. Because I got a lot of stuff in here, but then I didn't put everything in here, because I got sick of creating all the listings and stuff. No, the dino's not in here. That's a shame. This is not everything I've made. This is just like a selection of stuff I've made. Dino. I'm sure it's like Cute Dino or something, because the title. I'm not going to be able to find it now. I'm trying to find it. I guarantee it. Let's take away the cute and the saw, because it's probably just under Dino. Yeah. Oh, there's the Weebles pattern. Well, you can get the pattern separately anyway. When did they list this one? No longer available. Published 2021. Okay, so that's that one. I might have been thinking of that one. Actually, yep, we're in most popular. Let's go most projects. This is the African flower triceratops that I've made. This fella here. It's pretty fun. I have detoured the stream. It's okay, Cassie. You know how easily I get detoured. My walker is really cool because it's a built-in kind of like a wheelchair. It has footrest and a proper backrest. Oh my gosh. You've got the fancy wheels. I am kind of jealous. Nope, that's March 2023. But that's very similar to what I was thinking. It's a freebie as well. This one here, sorry, I forget how small it is on your screen. Let me pull up the picture bigger. It's not quite the same, but it was something along those lines, but that's the latest listing. They need a way to put like the oldest listings first. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it, and it's going to annoy me now. Timothy the T-Rex. You don't have a publication date there. First published January 2012. There we go. This is the one I'm thinking of. Timothy the T-Rex. Yeah. I have made Australian Culinary Delight. Vegemite on toast. Good choice. But yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Like, is it identical? Identical? No, but it is very similar. Like, there's a lot that are quite similar like that. But yeah, if you get stuck with the pattern, just flick me a message and I'll help talk you through it. Alright, let's get back to what we were actually doing. Let's do the crochet detours, although we can still talk crochet because crochet's cool. I do miss crochet. Alright, reset up my screen so I can actually see everything properly. Oi! And then let's get back to this. I gotta go make breakfast. Yes, it's very important. Please do. Yeah, I need to crochet ward art. So at some point there needs to be a crochet stream again. It's choosing a day when my wrists don't feel too bad and I don't feel too bad, because it's going to take a bit. And we're going to just make ward art up from scratch. I don't have a pattern for them. I'm just going to figure it out. It'll be fine. Because, again, I was going to show some of the stuff that I whipped up without a pattern. That's okay. Yeah, I want to get one of those. I don't know if you've seen, they're like rings that you wear and they have like the little spirals so that they become your tensioner, so you don't have to hold your hands in place. You can just hook your yarn through the ring. They're incredibly cheap. I just keep forgetting to order one at some point. But I do want to invest in one of those because I think that would be a really wise thing to order. I crochet a lot as my Zen hobby, and a project I really want to do is a mosaic wall hanging that says, the more I see of people, the more I heart cats. Oh, I love that. I've done a blanket before where you have the, like, it's like I actually used a crochet pattern for it. Basically one stitch is one single crochet. And then it was just colour changing, and I kept carrying the yarns through the back. And then once I finished the blanket off, which was single bed sized, I then lined the back with polar fleece, so I didn't even have to sew my ends in or worry about all the bits on the back. So everything hung out the back, but it was like a really thick, warm blanket, because if you think about how thick a crochet blanket is, and then you add a layer of polar fleece on top of that, it was such a thick blanket. But that was what was wanted, was a really warm blanket. And I did like Batman from the shadows, so it was lots of blacks and navy blues and stuff like that. That was for my younger brother. So he got that, and then that was the youngest brother. The middle brother got a quilted one because he was about to go flatting, so rather than make him like a fandom blanket, I made a scrappy quilt with red, blue, black and white, so it would be a lot more like grown up and neutral to go into his flat that he was moving into. Yeah, tapestry style crochet. Yeah, anything to hide those ends, anything to avoid sewing in crochet ends. It's why I love making toys, because it's like, no, you don't sew in the ends, you stuff it into their head. Yes, sewing ends is my least favourite job. And yes, I sewed a lot of ends when I made my crochet jacket, because oh my god, that was so many ends. Have you all seen my rainbow crochet jacket? It's been a while since I've worn it, because I switched to blanket hoodies for a while, and then it went to summer and it was like heat, heat, heat. Oh god. Yeah, good on you, Flareheart. Good on you. I feel like I did look up mosaic crochet once and I was just like, nope. there's a couple of crochets where I look it up and then I'm just like, nah, that's fine. I think it's just over here. So, one of the bigger projects I've made a couple of blankets. I don't tend to do a lot of blankets. But, let's go to, sorry, we're distracting again. But also, my stream, I get distracted. This happens. We all know this. Sorry, it's a bit tangled up. This is actually a full-length jacket. And it's all squares that have been joined up. You can see my PJ pants at the bottom because PJ pants are comfy. So yeah, it is a full-length jacket and it's fully rainbow. And it is ridiculously oversized. I love it. It used to keep me so warm before I got blanket hoodies. I am contemplating taking this edge section because I made it extra big because originally I was going to put like buttons on here. But it's actually too big and kind of looks like a robe. So I'm kind of thinking of just like bringing these over and just bringing this to the inside, like an inside edge, and just having a slightly cleaner edge to the ends of it. So it would just sit like this. But yeah, it's based on, oh gosh, I follow them. But I saw Ashley Johnson on Critical Role wearing one of their crochet cardigans and they do it in pink. And I was like, I can make that. So I did. It took a long time. But yeah, I have another variation of that I want to make. I have a bunch of squares that I quilted together and then I started blanket stitching around the outside. And then I was going to crochet around the outside of them and join them up and turn them into a massive quilt cover. Except I don't need to do that. I don't need another blanket for my bed. And I've got all the squares sitting there and a lot of them are actually like blanket stitched and ready to go. So I want to actually start working around the edges and then join them all up and make another. Probably I could make like 3 or 4 sweaters, to be perfectly honest, because there's so many squares. Or maybe like a little bag or something. I don't know. I want to make like another little cardigan or sweater or something with those fabric and crochet squares. So that's something I'm hoping to work on soon, but yeah, that depends on hands. It might even be a thing of like just sit down and try and do one a day or something. Still a little too hot. So we don't make coffee, I just pour boiling water in. I don't put any cold. Ah, I forgot to turn you back. My apologies. Let's put you back on the art screen so you can actually see what I'm doing instead of me just sitting there and chatting. Professional streamer. Yeah, I really enjoy crochet as another sort of zen activity, as you were saying, Flare Heart. I think that's the repetitive counting. It makes it quite a good like wind down thing for me if the brain's feeling particularly whirly, because it's like you instead have to focus your thoughts on just counting, and it helps just like slow that brain down because suddenly all your energy is going into counting. You're just keeping it a surprise. Exactly. Surprise, I've done 2 millimeters of shading. But yeah, at some point I do want to crochet a ward art plush, because I feel like we need a ward art plush. I mean, my little profile picture is like a cartoon me holding a ward art, so I need a giant ward art plush. I am very confident I have all the colours. I have these like stuff on hand, and the pattern's going to be nothing. Like, You just start at the pink, make a round flat circle, so just increases every round. Then once it gets as big as I want, up the sides, and just keep going round and round and round, and just change colours as we go through until we get to the like pencil tip, and then we just start slowly reducing to a point. It's a very straightforward pattern. Aside from making that first magic loop, once you get a magic loop technique down though, it's so handy. I love a good magic loop. I start people off with a magic loop rather than the chain 6, because a lot of the time I start people on a plush. And yes, it's a little bit more complicated to learn the magic loop, but it produces that much nicer start, and it's like you might as well learn the more difficult start, and then you can go to the easier start. Yeah. String magic is amazing. Started learning Tusinian. I can never pronounce it, but it's if you don't know, it's the one where you have a really long crochet hook and it's actually got 2 hooks on the end. It's kind of like crochet knitting. It's really beautiful though. Yeah, the chain circle is just yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I understand why a lot of people start off with it, but I'm like, look, if you can learn the magic loop, you're going to be so much better off in future. Because like a chain, like you can have the chain start as a backup, but it's like learn the magic loop. It's cleaner, it's tidier, and especially with toys, you want that tight starting. I don't use a double-ended hook. That's more for Tusinian in the round. I just use a hook with a cable and a stopper. Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, I think I did one years ago, and I was impressed with it. Like, it was really cool. But I just haven't had a reason to do it again. Because, again, a lot of what I made was plushes. Because I would get a lot of custom plush stuff. So one of my big things that I did, like I had one lady whose kids discovered me at the market when I used to sell like little mini plushes of like Disney princesses and superheroes, Marvel superheroes and stuff like that. And DC superheroes, basically superheroes and Disney. It was like an easy one to do, and I would tune them out. And the kids discovered them, and like my toys weren't cheap, but you know, people used to go, oh, I'm not spending $25 on a doll, and I'm like, this is 5 hours of work. Like, I was working for $5 an hour, and it's like, if you want a cheap toy, go to the warehouse and pay $2 for a plastic piece. Like, you're paying for something that's handmade. This mum came along after the kids basically dragged her to my stall. She's like, oh, these are beautiful, and they're like, it's Disney. She's like, all right. And so she brought one of every design right then and there, and I was like, holy crap, because I had Elsa, Anna, Tiana, Belle, and I think it was one other at the time on my stall. And then I also had a couple of the superheroes, so she also brought like a Spider-Man, I think, and a Batman, but all of the Disney princesses. So it was like $250 right then and there. She just dropped immediately, and I was like, holy moly. She's like, this is fantastic, because I don't buy the kids generically made toys. I prefer to buy them good quality handmade toys. So she did that. She took my card, and then she messaged me 2 weeks later, and she's like, my kids will not stop playing with your toys, and I'm so impressed at how they're handling up. And she sent me some videos of them, and they'd made like a little cardboard stage, and they were acting out all the stories. And she's like, I have a list of characters that they need for their stories. It was like, hit me up. And so every single like Disney princess, and then she asked for a couple of generic like princes and like just generic characters as well, to be like villagers and other people. So I started just making all these characters for her, and then we got more of the superheroes, so she ended up with almost one of every design, plus some like custom ones for being like generic, like here's a prince, here's a bakery man, here's a you know, shopkeeper, here's this. Yeah, this was going back like 10 years ago, so minimum wage would have been about $12.50 there. So I was working for like half of minimum wage, so it wasn't great profit margins, but that was like me barely scraping by. Yeah, now they would not be $25. That wouldn't even cover the yarn anymore. But yeah, over the years, she brought more and more of them, and like, every time she came back to me, she's like, oh my gosh, I still can't believe the original ones haven't been destroyed, you know, like, she loved the quality. And then when she started asking about the custom ones, and then I happened to pitch it to her because she had a kid's birthday, one of the two kids' birthdays coming up, and I was like, you know, I could probably turn them into a character. And then it was like this whole new tangent of, not only did I turn the two youngest of her kids into these characters so they could be in the story, but then her two older kids were like, well, we kind of want to be a character. That's kind of cool. She's like, I kind of want to get something more detailed for them. So then I started making mini-me plushes, which are a lot more detailed. But they had like, they were like full body ones rather than just like the little cute, like cartoony style. They were like more realistic. And so we did one for each of the kids as it got to their birthdays. And she would send through photos of their like favorite outfits and what they were into and specific hairstyles. And then I would custom make these plushes for them. And she'd send me photos of the kids with their toys, and they'd go and put the specific outfit on so they match their dolls. So yeah, she's messaged me a couple times over the years to ask if I'm still doing it, but I've had to say sorry with the health and stuff. But I bumped into her a few times, and she's like, all the dolls still live in the kids' walls. They still have all of them. So it's stuff like that that really makes it worthwhile. Yeah, the markets were wonderful. There's things like kids with sticky candy floss hands running out to try and touch the toys, and you're like, no, this is yarn, you're going to get candy floss and it's going to be ruined. So I had to be really prevalent on that. But then the other thing I struggled with is I used to also make hats, because I could tune out hats pretty quickly. And I would do like fun character hats and like beanies and stuff like that. Beanies were quite a quick one because I could whip them up in an hour to 2 hours depending on the design. And so I used to also just charge a flat 20 for beanies. So I used to make a lot more money on a beanie. And the beanies sold a lot easier than the dolls. But I would often go to markets and there would be a table that had like a retiree at it, and they would sell beanies that they crocheted for $3. I'm like, how are you even covering the yarn? They're like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun, you know, I just want to crochet and just have the activity. And I'm like, I understand that, but I'm legit trying to earn a living here. And it's like, if you've got a $20 beanie, yes, it's a fun character, but then you've got a person next to you selling plain coloured beanies for $3. Yeah, so that's what I struggled with. And then more and more of the markets that I went to stopped being craft only. So suddenly I was also competing with people who brought in like bulk cheap toys. So it was that same thing of like the kids would see my toys and be like, I want an Anna. And they would see that like my dolls were 25, 30, 35, depending on what time frame it was, because prices did go up, they had to. And then they would see generic import toy knockoff Elsa next to me for $2, and they'd be like, you can have that Elsa. Yeah, so there were people who were like, no, we would prefer the handmade one, but there was also money's tight, you know, and so cheap wins. So yeah, I started focusing more and more on the custom stuff because it was guaranteed money then, because it was what they specifically wanted, rather than me trying to crochet up stuff for the markets and hoping those designs would sell. But then in the end, because I also sold my art at the same time, so I had art and I had the crochet toys, and I sold the prints of my art and stuff. But at the end, like, I was scraping a living, but it wasn't a lot, and that's why I made the decision that I would go back to work, because it was just becoming very, very hard, and legit, I just wanted more income. I still did markets like every once in a while, but yeah, that all just kind of wound down at the end. Yeah, there's some markets where I do go to and it's like only handmade, and when it's those ones, it's like, okay, that's quite cool. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more import stuff at some of the markets now, which is a shame. Mum still does the markets, and so she struggles with this a lot of more people bringing in like pre-made, because she makes jewelry and she hand makes jewelry, but then people bringing in like pre-made stuff makes it very difficult for her. So yeah, it was fun though. I did like, the markets are a lot of work, but I did enjoy them. It was something I discovered, was I actually really enjoy being like selling my own products and going to markets and just talking to people about my products. And what I used to do, because I had my crochet and my art, so I'd have art one side, crochet the other, and then there'd be a space in the middle, and I would pull out a drawing and I would sit there and I'd work on the drawing. So I didn't even have to talk to people to bring them in, because they would see me drawing, or they'd see products and they'd come over to see what I was doing. And I had a sign saying, "Please disturb the artist." So that, because people were like scared to talk to me because I was working, and I just had a big sign saying, "Please disturb the artist." And so people would come up and like start talking to me, and would talk pencils and techniques, or they'd come over and see the crochet and then be like, "Oh, do you do this too?" And then yeah, so it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. And there was like a couple of markets where like one day I didn't have enough product to sell to justify going to the market, but one of the marketeers had messaged me, because it was their kid's birthday, because a lot of marketers bring their kids to the markets because they have to, so you get familiar with marketers' kids as well. And so a couple of the kids were like into drawing, would ask me questions, so she asked if she could pay me to look after her kid but also teach her kid about art and drawing. So that day I went and I literally just did an art class with this kid at the market, and that was really fun too. So we talked a lot about color techniques and pencils and how to blend and just all sorts of stuff, because she had quite good skills for her age. She was about 9. So that was a really fun market too. But yeah, you get other things with markets, like I've literally done markets in a tornado and people stealing stock and stock getting destroyed because kids run up with ice creams and they just touch everything, and it's like, this is yarn and you've just destroyed it. I can't wash this out. Hello, Endo. Yeah, there's definitely, when I go to markets now, like, and I see something that's handmade, I can appreciate the work that goes into it. So yeah, I don't unfortunately have the funds to buy everything I would love to that's handmade, but you know, every once in a while there'll be an opportunity, and if I love something, I especially love to support handmade. It's that catch-22, because I do also understand, like, finances are tight, y'all, so there's no, like, you know, like, I went to go and look for a straw hat for the Stardew stream later on, right? I went to the Americana first, because I knew there's stalls at Americana. I knew that there would be small independent businesses, and I knew that there would be people who, like, they won't be making the hats, but they might bring in hats and add a ribbon or something like that, or, you know, even someone who imports the hats. I looked for someone small first, because I would rather do that. I found one person selling straw hats that they had put American ribbon on, and they wanted $50 for it. And I was like, I literally cannot justify $50 for a straw hat. And so then I had to go up to the warehouse, which is kind of like our equivalent of Target or a big chain box emporium. And I found that on clearance for $7. And I was like, okay, not as great, but, you know, I have to do it because the other one was $45, but I'm not saying that's not the right price for them to be charging. It just, at that time in my budget, for something that I'm wearing for a couple hours tonight, I couldn't justify $50 for a hat. So yeah, I see both sides. I fully understand, you know. But I still love walking around the market. It's so fun to see what's there and to discover new crafts and hobby. Yeah, it really is hard to support with how tight it is, because it's literally like we have to try and pinch money wherever we can. Like, yeah, legit. I get it. And that's the thing, like, I hear it from a lot of the marketers, because of course Mum still does the market circuit. I know a lot of the marketers. It's like a lot of, like, Mum sells jewelry, right? So it's not necessarily a need. It's not a everyday thing. It's a, this is nice to have, or it's a birthday gift. And she's not particularly expensive, but she's also like aware her best times are around gifting times. It's around Valentine's Day. It's around Christmas time. It's around when, like, people buying for birthday gifts, or people who have come in from out of town for a special event that are looking for mementos and gifts to take home. So it's that, also that understanding of, you know, this is what is better for me to focus on. Yeah. Finances play a big part. I understand not being able to just buy. Yeah, and that's what used to annoy me, is when people would come up and be like, this is $25, and it's like, this is 6 hours of work. Like, I think that lack of understanding about the work that goes into handmade, and just how little some people's profit margins are. It is really hard. Like, I saw a stall yesterday at Americana that actually had handmade rockabilly clothes, like not importing the brand name ones, handmade ones. The dress that I found that I did like was a Hal Bunny imported brand one, so they were surcharging for the brand name. So that's why I'm like, whoa, $220, that's a lot. Their handmade dresses were $180, which, yeah, that's a lot. But also I understand why it was so much, because the cost of it, like the cost of fabric, the cost of the quality of it, it was all really gorgeous fabrics and really well made. And I was like, when they asked me, you know, to come up and try and get me to buy, I was like, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't have the funds for this dress, but I can appreciate why it's this price, and it's gorgeous and the work that goes into it, because it was stunning, and I understood. It was like, if I was in the situation where I could just drop 180, I would, because it was stunning. Yeah, and that's what it breaks down to a lot, is knowing how much you make per hour. It's like, if you buy this item, how many hours of work is it? So I do that too. I often look at something and be like, okay, this is going to be X amount of hours. Like, I brought the I brought a new coloring book. It is an official merchandise, but it's from Fandom. I linked it in the Discord. It's the Stardew coloring book, right? It wasn't bad shipping, which is what made me decide to get it, because it was only like $6 US shipping. Now, it is probably on really crappy paper, but it's also like a little independently made coloring book, but it is also official merchandise. I was like, I've never seen anyone flip this one before, and I really like it. But yeah, I was fully like, I put it in my cart just to see how much shipping would be, because shipping is usually what kills me. And when it said it was $6 shipping, I had to do a double take and be like, seriously? $6 to New Zealand shipping? What's going on here? What's going on here? Because I'm used to $30 shipping. Because the colouring book was only $9. So it's not even a badly priced colouring book. Again, it is on £80 paper, which is very thin paper. So, and it looks like just a simple print and staple type one. It looks small, and it doesn't look like the best printing job. So I am coming into this aware that this is probably not going to be the best quality print colouring book. But yeah, I was like, this is still worth it. So I sat down, I did a quick calculation. I was like, okay, this is an hour of work for me. This is an hour and a half of work for me, excluding taxes. I can justify that. For something that for the last week I have played like 30 hours of. Yeah, I can justify that. And then luckily for me with the YouTube, I can also flip it, and it's something that I haven't seen flipped on YouTube. So it's like I can also put out a video which will earn me back some money eventually. So that'll also help deduct the cost. Plus, I can technically write it off as a business expense when I claim, although, honest to God, I can claim so much stuff and I'm not making a profit, because believe me, I do not make money from this. Everything I make is going back into supplies. Like, literally, the pencil stock up this year is what I've earned. Like, with the last stream I did, where I sorted through all my new pencils, and showed you that I spent $180 on the pencil restock. It's everything I have earned in the last 6 months online, which is still nothing to bat an eyelid at. I'm incredibly grateful for that. And it certainly helps. But yeah, when it comes to doing taxes, it's like, sure, I made $500 last year streaming, and I spent like $4,000 maybe. I don't know, I haven't done all that stuff yet. And then when you start factoring in like the fact I can claim rent, the fact I can claim power, the fact I can claim internet as business expenses, cell phone as business expenses, it's like suddenly, yeah, we might have made $1,000, but I have $20,000 of costs. Please give me a $5,000 tax refund. Legit, that happened one year. So when I was working full-time as an artist and my only income was the art and crochet, I did my tax return, and one year I had earned, I think I had earned $5,000 all up. So not a great amount of income. I used to, and then I got $5,000 from the government as additional supplementary income because I was so poor. But then I could claim nearly $20,000 of income tax return, because my rent, the way rent works for claiming rent in New Zealand, is you calculate the square meterage of your area that you rent, and then you calculate the square meterage that you use for your business. So for me, I rented a place where I actually had 2 rooms. I had a really small bedroom, and I had the second large bedroom on the bottom floor that I used as my art studio. Which basically meant by the square meterage, 95% of my rent I could claim as a business expense. Which built up quite a bit of a refund. So I submitted my tax return not expecting anything, being like, yeah, these were my expenses. And then IRD were like, cool, we owe you GST back to the equivalent of $2,600. And I was like, holy crap, okay. So I earned more in my tax return than I did anywhere else. It was a good day. I think that's when I brought my computer, because it was like I suddenly had the money to buy a computer, which I could then claim as a business expense. Oh. And back in the day, yeah. You're gonna have to head off soonish, going for a walk with your fam? Oh, good, I love that. Oh, waterfalls are gorgeous to go and stand by as well and listen to, and so relaxing. Absolutely enjoy that time. And also family time is very important. That's okay. We've only got about 45 minutes left before I have to bounce out to item 2 today. But as I said, I will be back on Twitch at 6 p.m. for the Stardew Speed Race. Picked up in 20 minutes. All good, Cassie. Also, Smolt. Hello. Coming straight in with the self-care. Love it. I will absolutely hydrate for you in a moment here. Thank you so much. Redeeming a hydrate and a stretch. Oh, how are we going, lovely? Oh. Oh. That was good. That actually did help stretch the back a bit. Yes, I should drink more than just coffee. Though coffee is kind of hydrating, especially because I drink it black. So it's just dirty bean water. Chai! Thank you so much for gifting 2 subs. Oh my gosh. Miss Chiropractor and Ruby. Oh, lovely. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much. 24 gift subs in the channel. Chai, thank you so much for being so kind. Miss Chiropractor, if you're still lurking there, enjoy your gift sub. Welcome to the G Squad. Enjoy your room in the retirement home. It's very cozy. It's got free hot drinks, lurk cookies, and also ad-free viewing. Ruby is also lurking. I do be lurking. Oh, look at that. Awesome. Thank you so much, Chai. And yes, Ruby's here. So for those that see Ruby in the chat, now it's ad-free lurking. Exactly. This is Ruby, okay, is the Ruby that I've been mentioning about tonight for our Stardew Speed date run that we're going to... Oh, I have to wait 18 minutes before I can shout you out again, hun. Oh, good. Yes, Ruby and I are both going to be streaming tonight, and we're going to be racing to see who can date a Stardew villager first. Ah, yes, thank you for doing the romance race. That's a good name for it, actually. They were last seen chilling in Stardew Valley. You were playing Hades last night. You're prepared. Oh, I'm excited. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah, so we're gonna draw who we're racing for live. So the goal is we go live at 6. We got a little bit of chat time, a little bit of like time, and then we're going to draw our villager, and then we have like 15 minutes to root how we're going to woo this villager. And then at 6:30 we start the race and we go. And we're racing to see who can gift the bouquet and have it accepted first. And the loser has to draw some bad mouse art, like MS Paint mouse art, of the winner's character in the villager. And I'm very excited. I think it's going to be super fun. So I hope you'll watch us. We're both going to be streaming. Yeah, very, very excited to get to wooing. I think it's going to be very fun. And as I said, Ruby is an excellent gamer. She talks herself down, and no negative self-talk here, Ruby, because you are an excellent gamer. I've seen your gameplay of Hades. Like, you got gaming skills. but I have a lot of weird Stardew knowledge. So I may not be the best gamer. The mines are terrible for me. But I also know a lot of weird stuff about Stardew. On the other hand, Ruby is excellent at things like the mines, but doesn't have my weird knowledge. So it's going to be a really interesting race to see what we do. Yeah. Nice six pack. Yeah, I love drawing. I love coloring muscles and abs. So fun. Yeah. You would win that so easily. You could. You could. We're playing vanilla. So we've got no mods, no cheats, which I have a farm that I play in, a Stardew farm, and it is loaded with cheats because it takes away all the stuff I don't like about Stardew and turns it into a comfort game. And so it's way, way fun. Ruby and I also have been playing on a shared farm recently, where we just kind of, it's our chill farm. So I'm very grateful to her to join me and take our chill out, relax together game into a complete and utter stress event and race. Whoop! Hello, hello. How are you going? How are you going? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm also worried about which villager we get because some of the villagers are much easier than the others, and it's gonna be interesting. Got to turn the chill into competition, right? It's all in fun. Like I've never speed run anything. I've never done a speed run. It's like we're just gonna chill and have fun. But also, Ruby, I'm gonna destroy you. But it's chill and fun. Thank you for doing the shout out for Chai, who's also another amazing Kiwi game streamer. Also streams Stardew as well as Hades that we mentioned before. And Talos 2 was the other one that you've been streaming recently, right, Chai? Lots of really cool games. Lots of cool indie and cozy games as well. And then also geology. Like rocks and knowledge and stuff. Does a rock stream about like earth stuff and knowledge stuff and just smart stuff. Just really cool stuff. Just follow Chai. I'm not good at these shout out things because I struggle at words. But like, trust me when I say cool people are being shouted out. So you should follow them. Them fighting words. Yeah. I have the egg hunt hat, so I'm gonna win. I've already won, you know? I have the egg hunt hat. Doing okay. Biggest achievement since I got up is making a drinkable cup of coffee. Whoop, that is a massive achievement and also an essential, so I am very proud of you. Be very proud. Well done. Yeah. Friday night was wild. I've never had 4 raids in one night. Nice! Well done, Chai. Well done. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, the trash talk has begun. It's not a good competition if there's not a little bit of friendly banter, right? I don't know. When the kettle boiled, I spent about 30 seconds staring at the toaster wondering why it didn't look any different. Oh my goodness. Yep. That's a mood. That's a mood. Yes, more shout outs for Cassie. So Cassie is also a game streamer, but also occasionally streams colouring here on Twitch. I believe... Oh gosh, now I have to rock my brain. I know there was some Red Dead for a while. I'm trying to rack my brain if Cassie has any other games that I've seen her playing recently, but I cannot think of any. But also there's been cool colouring. The Animal Adventurers PDF pack that's Smalt listed that I brought, that I still have not worked in. Cassie also brought, was colouring that one recently. It was gorgeous. Outer Wilds fans. I still need to play Outer Wilds. The way you talk about Outer Wilds, Chai, it just makes it sound amazing. I play story games mostly. Red Dead is current. Yeah. I got that right. I try my best to hold on to a little bit of knowledge of everyone's, like, what you're up to. So when we do the shout outs, it's one of the things I actually want to steal from, not steal from, but take from Vi, is she has a wonderful tool called FrostyBot. And you can do FrostyBot shout outs, and it's actually AI, and it goes and reads the channel and information and looks at what you've played and your titles and a few bits and pieces, and it does really personalized shout outs, so you can learn more about like what people do in their streams. I think it's really neat. So yeah, I've got to go finish work. Yes, I'll see you, well, a little bit before 6, but heck yes. Go get that work done, lovely. I'm very excited. Thank you for lurking. So yes, to anyone who's watching on YouTube, the Stardew race will only be on Twitch, just because of the fact that I have to have so much stuff open that I don't want to also push my computer to stream to YouTube at the same time. Plus, I also want to try and keep YouTube content curated, so I won't be streaming games to YouTube. Lollipop. I think I have a lollipop left. I have a lollipop left, but I think the container's in the bedroom. Whee! Actually, you can go there. And then you can go on my back, because my back's starting to get a little sore, but we are just about to go to an ad break, so it's kind of perfect timing. Yes, more shout outs. Oh. So yes, Miss Chiropractor actually rated us earlier, as I said, bakery themed stream, so already winning because bakery, bread, lots of cute art, just cuteness. It's so cute over there. Just go over there. It's so adorable. The cutest little avatar VTuber. Those are the words. just good times. Good times. Lollipop, thank you for the candy redeem. It's very much that. My brain is just like, what even are words? Words be hard, y'all. Oh, robot. Okay. So because we have some new friends that probably haven't seen the robot before, please don't adjust your sound. This is the robot. I am now a robot. It is basically giving me a back massage, but it also makes me talk like a robot. So now my words are going to sound funny. Thank you, Smoke. This is actually very useful. Yes, it's a shout out to Whoop. Whoop is going to get a robot shout out. Whoop doesn't stream that often, but when they do, it is very gorgeous artwork. So I actually have some of Whoop's art as well. I have a gorgeous dragon print. Wonderful, wonderful Kiwi artist. I just realized it came through very, very quietly. I don't know if you actually heard that. Let me know if it wasn't loud enough, because it's also hard to hear over the vibrating of my back. So, yeah, if you did not hear that, let me know and I'll replay it. Couldn't hear it? Okay, let me replay it. Oh, you know why? Might help if I open up stream alerts, sound alerts, so that it actually plays properly. I am a professional streamer. Was totally prepared.
Sing something in robot voice, por favor. Laughing face. Do you hear the people sing?
There we go. Now it should come through. Get a head off now. All good, Cassie. I'll catch you later. Thank you so much. We're in ads. Oh my goodness. We're in ads and I didn't even realize. I'm a mess today. Oh my goodness. So sorry, we've been in ads for 3 minutes and I didn't even realize. Wiggles and back massage. Alright, I actually need to get right in between my shoulder blades. There we go.
According to closed captions, we are also in the middle of whisking eggs for 40 minutes. XD.
Thank you for that, Smoke. Oh, that definitely happened. XD, right? That's a very whisked egg. I don't know if that point it's whisked or just emulsified into veneer. Hey, if it was egg whites, it'd be a good way to make a meringue. Alright, we have about 30 seconds left in this surprise ad break that I missed because everything was going on. Oh. Ooh, perfect timing. Writing in just at the end of the ads. Hello, yellow beans. And hello, Raiders. I hope y'all are doing well today. How was your stream, Beans? It's wonderful to see you again. And for those that have a heart that appears in chat, Yellow Beans here on Twitch is a wonderful colorist. For those of you on YouTube, it's actually Sophie Colours on YouTube as well. They colour a bunch of the Beauty of Horror colouring books. Really, really wonderful colouring as well. Lots of like really good like depth and vibrant colours and stuff like that. I really like it. So yeah, and then also a little bit of other crafts and stuff every once in a while on stream as well. How are you? I'm doing pretty good today. It's a good day. It's nice. Like, I like the plan that I came up with for today too, in terms of I'm doing 2 shorter streams and there's a break in between them. So we're doing a little bit of colouring this morning, as you can see, working on our Lion Queen. And then I have a break while I have to go and do some other stuff. And then I come back at 6 p.m. tonight to play some Stardew and race to date a villager with the wonderful Ruby. This is Ruby OK. So it's quite a nice way to break up the Sunday stream as well, instead of being like, I need to do X amount of hours. The captions just do their own thing. I try my best, but also the captions really don't get how I speak a lot of the time. But they try. They try. The captions be trying. The captions also struggle with words as I do. Also, all good, Chai. Good on you doing your dishes. It's a lot to do the housework sometimes, so well done. So what were you up to today, Beans? Also, if you need to do a whole raid and run so you can do some recovery time, of course, please feel free to. Self-care is so important, and I know at the end of streams we're often raiding out because we're done. So please do the self-cares. Yeah, there's a shout out for Ruby. We can shout out Ruby again. So yes, as I said, tonight I am coming back at 6 p.m. New Zealand time, which is in 5 hours. And myself and Ruby will be both streaming, and we're going to be racing each other to date a Stardew villager. We're going to draw the villager live, and then we've got 15 minutes to figure out how we're going to romance them, and then we're going to start the race. In the Nightmare Before Christmas book, colouring the mare. Nice. Got about halfway through, should finish tomorrow. Damn, well done. Well done. I always forget how long it takes me to eat a lollipop. I actually need to get a few more lollipops. I think I need to stock up a few of the candies in general. A few of them are getting low. I missed out on a few of the clearance Valentine's Day candy hunts that I normally do, so I might just have to order some more bulk candy to restock the containers. It's taking a while. I've used about 10 different shades of grey on him so far. Oh my gosh, I could imagine. I did look at the Nightmare Before Christmas colouring book. It actually looks very cool. I really love some of those Disney kids colouring books. They're just good images. Heck yes! Vi is an amazing streamer. We often praise Vi on the channel. Variety Gamer at the moment is playing a lot of Final Fantasy before the newest one gets released. Also does a Baldur's Gate collab stream with MX Northwest, ArrowS, and oh god, I'm drawing a blank on the fourth one. That's not good. Forever Julia. Where they play once per week on a different person's channel each week. and mini painting and just lots of good times over there, and also a very lovely person and wonderful tech knowledge if you have tech questions. She's been so helpful in answering stuff for me, so there's so many cool people. I said that like I'm annoyed. I'm not. There's just so many cool people. Alright, I think we're getting there. Do I have a lighter? Or do we just move on? I think we can start bringing a bit of the yellow in and we'll just work the two together. Yes, Samsara Dusty. Sammy is a gorgeous variety game streamer. All sorts of games, lots of like puzzle games, lots of indie games, lots of try not to cry challenges with games, also sewing streams, mini painting streams, even some TTRPG streams. Just truest sense of variety. Absolute wonderful time over there. We adore Sammy in this house. I'm using Prismacolor pencils in the Nightmare Before Christmas book because I know I'm going to use a lot of greys and blacks, and there's about 18 shades of grey. And then I can use individual colours when I run out. I haven't used my Prismas for years. Yeah, I love the French greys of Prismacolors. I wish more sets did that slightly browned grey and then had the warm grey and the cool grey. I also wish it was more like the greyed lavender, that purple grey. I wish more sets had more like purple greys as well. I would also love if they did a green grey. Like, I know there is like one light green grey, but I would love a full set. But yes, it's very handy with Prismas and the fact that you can replace the colours when you use them, because it doesn't take much to go for a Prisma. And back again from dishwashing, and already done an exercise session earlier. So feel content to blob for the rest of Sunday. Heck yes. Blobbing is also a form of self-care, especially before the busy week. Like, it's important to have that recovery time to just refresh your spoons. Oh. I need to turn that one right down. I forgot that one is freaking loud. I'm sorry, I played with all my alert stuff because I was trying to set up the bot. And so everything sound-wise is right out. But you're going right down. Sorry, I am just going to test this. Okay, a little louder. No, I want it back down there because I turned this right down in the middle of it. Because you sit there. 16%. No, that's okay. That's on me. It's been on my list to change that sound right back down. I was testing out some stuff and I entirely forgot. It's not the first jump scare we've had from sound alerts today. Water was super, super quiet. And then we had a subscription on YouTube, which was super, super loud and jump scared me as well. And I try not to have my alerts be jump scares because we're here to chill. So, yeah, all my alert sound levelings are just a little wild at the moment. So I do apologise. I think that should rectify most of them. But if any play and they're too loud, I'll jump on it. I know that one was particularly loud to begin with anyway. Sorry, now I got lollipop stuck in my teeth. Speaking of alert jump scares, I apparently have found the perfect volume for my raid and sub alerts too, as I'm no longer jump scared by them. It's important. Like, I know some channels like to have the jump scares, and you know, if you're in that sort of space, like, it can be a really fun thing to have your chat jump scare you. Particularly if you're playing like horror games or anything like that. Anything like that can be really fun. Jump scares have a place, but because this stream here is a chill stream, I don't want you getting freaked out by an alert. Like, you're here to relax and vibe, and as Malt redeemed, the good vibes, you know? And I don't want my alerts to then like freak us to frick out because they're super, super loud. So I do try to normally have my alerts not be jump scares, but then, like I said yesterday, I tried setting up StreamerBot with Sammy, and I was figuring out some sound stuff as well with the stream.
I think we're gonna be friends.
That one's reset itself too.
And when I'm with friends, I like to have fun.
Why are you back on 100%? You're meant to be like 70%. Okay, 2 seconds. Because I think we're going to go through and just check all my sound alerts. Because I think all the sound levels is also reset.
You know what? I think we're going to be friends.
You need to go down a bit more.
And when I'm with friends, I like to have fun.
Right, that's feeling better. Let's try applause. Not too bad. We'll just nudge that one down a bit. Water is there.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy.
Thank you for beating me to happy, joy, joy.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
And chaos.
Joy, joy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, joy, joy, joy.
Do-do-do-do. Right, that one's going down. Chaos is good. No. I think is also a slightly louder one. Turn that down first.
Oh, no.
We don't make
It was at this moment that he knew
accidents.
he fucked up.
Alright, happy accidents has to be 100% because even on 100% that one's quiet. And then rip sounded okay. That one has to go down. Yeah, everything can reset to 100%. I don't know why. Everything could reset to 100%. That might have been when we had that glitch earlier with sound alerts. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad we found that, and I do apologise. Hopefully nobody got too many jump scares. I'm kind of thinking of going through and changing my sound alerts anyway. Sammy taught me how to do sound alerts, so now I can actually set up sound alerts with commands. I just have to find sound alerts. So, and again, it's going to be time and me having spoons to do it. I learned a couple of things and then I was like, Sammy, please stop my brain. But I learned how to do, and I moved the lurk command over. It's not on at the moment, but I set up the bot account, so Wardart now has an account and will be the one bringing stuff up. And then I worked out with Sammy's very kind and very patient help how to bring over my text commands. So once I get that all moved over, and then I'm also having issues linking my YouTube. So once I link all that up, that's the biggest issue right now, is YouTube refuses to link up with StreamerBot. But I can at least get the Twitch commands copied over and then figure out the rest of that. But it will be then that, like, certain commands will be like, when you do exclamation Discord, it will send it to both Twitch and YouTube, and then I don't have to have it appear in the chat because it's going to both chats. Yeah, I'll still need Streamlabs for the timer, and also it's easier to do commands on the fly with that, apparently. But yeah, I can set up a few more things, and it'll be a good chance for me to actually go through my commands, clean things up, update the command document for mods, and just make sure everything's good to go.
I want to thank everyone, especially Amy, my friend Amy, my creator Amy, and my bestest friend Amy, for this opportunity to become a bot who will let everyone know about all the chaos. I mean chill chaos. Wait, cozy chaos. No, coziness.
Oh, well done. Yeah, I also don't know how to put water into StreamerBot yet, so that's another one I have to work out how to do text-to-speech on there. But it's okay, we can leave that one as a channel point redeem for the time being. But I'd like to make it so you guys can play like more sound alerts and just do them for free, and just have it like you do a command. So you can do like exclamation clap, and then we have clapping sounds. And then one of the ones that I've got it tested for the first one, because that was the other one that Sammy showed me how to do, how to set up a sound alert. So when I have StreamerBot open, when you collect first, there will be a sound. At the moment it's a ee, but I want that sound as a command so that when I'm colouring off stream, you don't have to type it into chat. You can just go like buzzer, and it's like a ping of, hey, you're off stream. Or like, look at the chat, look up, pay attention to us. So yeah, I've got that sound ready to go. I just have to switch it once I find the actual like, you redeemed first sound. And then obviously the you draw and redeem, we will have the song Sammy created. That's the sound alert for that. I've still got to figure out if I want a video or not, but we can at least get a sound for it, so it'll be a little bit more special than just pressing a button, and like good vibes and all those sort of things, you know? We can send out, and we can have now actual things appearing for these things rather than just a text. But that just takes time to hunt out sounds for them all. Or me sitting down and actually recording something if I want like a specific word phrase or something. It's a lot of work, and it's barely scratching the surface. Sammy tried to talk me through some other stuff, and I was like, I can't. My brain can't. I'm already overloaded with just this. So yeah, the real test will be when I go in and try and do it by myself in a little bit. But yeah, hopefully in the next few weeks we'll get that set up and then transition over. Because that's only been on the cards for like 6 months to do. You know. And so yeah, and then I can even do things like set up sound alerts for like unique users. So if you want to like, I'm here sound, we can set it up and do like exclamation name or something, or and be like, it's my sound. Or just a generic, I'm here sound, and it's someone like kicking in the door and go, let's get ready to party! That would be fun. Yeah, there's a lot of possibility. It's just sitting down, figuring it out, assigning everything, and then letting y'all know. It'll get done when it gets done. There's too much other stuff to get done right now. There's not even that much stuff because I've actually withdrawn from a few things as well. So I know a while ago I was talking about doing the Terreo course. I have actually withdrawn from Terreo because I made the decision that that was going to be too much on my plate right now. There's a couple other things I've kind of withdrawn from as well, just to say, yeah, no, right now I need to lighten the load. So we're doing our best, but also I'm aware and I need to make priority things and drop things that just can't be priority right now. So we're just blending out our highlights here, just making sure everything's smooth. Then we're going to go in with some more of the bright yellow and really highlight those edges. And then I think we'll be about done for the skin. Still got to do her lips. Her lips look a little weird at the moment, and I'm aware. I haven't actually coloured them yet. But let's just add a layer of this orangey terracotta. Just add a little bit of colour. I might go in with some red from the flowers or something later on, but it's a start, you know? Just highlighting areas that would be getting a bit of light reflecting on them. Some areas it would be much stronger than others. Because of course she's being backlit and we want her golden and glowing. I love doing backlighting. I think it's just so interesting. It'll become more apparent too when we do the clothes. Like, we are dealing with half of the shading and half of the lighting. So once we get the clothes lit as well. Now technically the abs wouldn't really be glowing like that, but also I want glowing abs. Here we go. That's a bit of work today because we managed to get her skin done and we finished off the hair. So I feel like that's quite a bit of progress for the day. She's starting to come together. All going well on Tuesday, we may even finish her, which would be really nice. I also just realised I never did the tail when I did all that. So we're still going to do the tail. But hey. But yes, as I said, thank you. I may actually turn applause down just a little bit more. Alright. As I said, we are going to wrap up things here today for this half of the stream, just so that I can have a little bit of a lunch break before I jump into my next thing. And then we will be back in 4.5 hours. At 4.5 hours, we will be back live on Twitch as we play the romance race. So yes, that will be on Twitch. Let's see if we can find somewhere to raid to put us in the meantime. Let's see if we've got any friends on. Oh, I don't want to update the app right now. I just want to see who's on. Oh, that's better. Thank you for shouting out Ruby. So yes, if you're not already following Ruby, suggest hitting that follow. You'll also find a link in the Discord for the event, and also a multi-Twitch link, so you could watch both streams at once if you choose to. You will get double audio, so just be aware you might want to mute one of the streams. Thank you for pulling up the raid message as well, and thank you Endo on YouTube. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for being here. So for our YouTube friends, this is where we will leave you. But for our Twitch friends, we're actually going to raid someone who's raided us a few times. We're going to raid Wumble Bumblebee. They are doing a bunch of watercolor mini landscape paintings. Lovely, lovely time over there. And they've raided us quite a few times, so we're going to head over there too to spread the love back to them as well. So let's get this raid started. So if you're on Twitch, make sure to copy that raid message so we can go in all hyped and ready to share the love. Make sure you take care of yourselves. To those of you who I'll see later on, let's hang out later on. And if not, I will be back on Tuesday where we will aim to try and finish this or get as close to finished as possible. It's getting to the end of the month. I want this done before the end of the month. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to look after yourself. Take your brain vitamins. And I'll catch you all in the next stream. Bye!